Yeah. Smile is interesting, no? Smile is infectious. When you give smile to somebody, what do you get in return? Smile. As long as our smile is not creepy, we never get a frown in return, right? On the other hand, frown is also infectious. When you give frown to somebody, you get frown in return and maybe more. Unless that person is more wise, learned, then the person will think I should probably ignore if it is not of any consequence or if it is going to hurt my mind. Let us close our eyes for a moment. We will chant Om 3 times. Let's take a normal breath in first and breathe out. Now for Om, breathe in. Keep your eyes closed. Let go of all the tension that is there in any part of the body. Relax your shoulders. Lean a little bit. Relax your eyebrows, facial muscles. Smile on your face. Relax your legs. There is an unnecessary stretch on the thigh. Just let it go. Apavitra pavitro va sarvavasthangato piva yasmaret pundarikaksham sabhahyabhyantara shuchi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Let us open our eyes. When we chant Apavitra Pavitrova, the Pavitri mantra, what do? We take some jal on our hands, or the Panditji would do it and then he would sprinkle it on all of us. But is it the jal that is making us pavitra, making us pious, pure, ready to take the knowledge, ready to take the power of mantras? No. The mantra says, Apavitra pavitro va sarvavasthangato piva. Every part of my body be pure. Yasmaret pundarikaksham. just by thinking about, just by immersing my thoughts in the divine, in the Pundari Kaksha, just by remembering that I am fully devoted to my God, Bahaya, Abhayantar, both sides, your outside, your inside, both becomes pure. What matters is our thought. What matters is our emotion, our bhava. Now, here is an interesting take on it. When we want to do puja, we can give anything to God, flowers, sweets, rice, water. And he is okay with everything. But he says, if you don't have anything, you give me the Shraddha Suman. Shraddha Suman means your devotion. I don't want anything else. But that devotion should come from within. The idea of devotion can never be an excuse of doing the necessary karma that we have to do. No, no, God says that He is only concerned about the bhav. So, I am not going to offer any sweets even if I can. No. That means we are just cheating our mind. We are trying to find a way out. And when do we find our way out? When we are procrastinating, when we don't want to give any effort, when we feel lethargic, when we think that something that I'm doing is just for the sake of doing it. The idea of Shraddha Suman goes away. Right now, I just shifted home and it is all messy. And for some reason, I'm not able to attend to the mandir activities because every single thing is kept in the swarm of those boxes. But still, whatever I can find out, that is my devotion. Because I know that if I have to do a lot of other things around, I cannot let the jyot, the deepak be burning. But what if I did not have this situation and I still would have thought, it's okay. Sometimes not lighting up a lamp will not really anger God. Our gods do not get angry. That is just a laxity on our part. When Bhagwan Ram decided to take the birth and ensure that the kind of life that he wanted to live here has to be noble, he wanted to do that because he wanted to establish a set of principles. Integrity means that we are standing at a red light. Nobody is watching us, but we are still standing at that red light. We are not crossing it. Maryada. With the same Maryada, Bhagwan Ram decided to go to forest. All the discourse discussion between Kekai and Dashrath happened in the night time. No one was the witness there. It is just because of the power that Dashrath thought he is having, the power from his ancestors, the power of adhering to the truth, the power of not going back on your promise. He cannot undo that power. And to follow the same path of his father, Bhagwan Ram decided, no, that you have committed something and it is your agya now. I have to do it. So many people, when they came later on, the close aides, they tried to make Kekai understand that you still can undo what you are doing. Nobody knows a thing about it. It doesn't have to go out. But Bhagwan Ram did not use the alibi, and he went into the forest. So when Sumantra ji took Ramji, Sita ji, and Lakshman ji to the forest, the very first stop was a village of Nishad. Nishad was a friend of Bhagwan Ram during the Gurukul times. Now, see how wonderful our culture is. All these creations about who is at the higher pedestal, who is at the lower pedestal, using the four varnas like Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra to define their status has been an occurrence of the more recent present. The moment we dwell into our glorious history, we find that there was no difference at all. With the same logic, Nishad Raj was not from a higher caste, but Nishad Raj and Bhagwan Ram, they all studied in the same class together from the same teacher. Otherwise, how would they become friends? So Nishad Raj saw that Ramji is approaching. And when, after offering that, okay, you want to be in the forest, so why don't you do one thing? You take care of my kingdom. It is in forest. Bhagwan Ram said, nah. The idea is not just about to be in the forest. The idea is about living the forest life. So I cannot go in any city. I cannot go in any forest city also. I have to be in the raw forest. And then Bhagwan Ram requested Nishad Raj if he can arrange some kevat, somebody who would help them cross the river. So many kevats were there, so many. Bhagwan Ram said, call that guy, call that guy. Nishad Raj said, oh kevat, come here. You have to help these three cross Ganga river, okay, on your boat. Kevat said, no, I will not do it. And Bhagwan Ram smiled. Nishad was thinking, Are, how is this guy not adhering to my order? I am his king. So Lakshmanji said that, why are you constantly asking for this person only? He said to Ramji, so many kevats are there, call someone else. Bhagwan Ram said, no, I want this one only. So the kevat said, I will not let you sit in my boat because I know that the touch of your feet made a stone into a woman. A stone was made into a woman. My boat is made of wood. What will you do of that? What if it also turns into a woman? I already have a wife. What will I do? Two wives and nothing to earn. This is my livelihood. Bhagwan Ram kept on smiling and he said, Acha, what do you want then? He says, I would like to inspect your feet. I would like to wash them. I will drink a sip of that wash. And if nothing happens to me, then only you can enter my boat. Bhagwan Ram knew what he was doing. long ago, when it was the sleeping time of Narayan, there was a turtle that wanted to just come near to the bed of Narayan. But Lakshmi ji, just set it aside a bit. Go, come later, go, come later. And the Sheshnag also would do the same thing. Go, come later. Phew, yes. He just wanted to touch the feet to take the blessing. But he could not really reach the feet. So he went away. And then when Vishnuji got to know about that, then he told the turtle that don't worry. It is my time of sleep, so nobody is allowed to touch me during that. But don't worry, I will come. You will take the birth in the form of a kevat, and I will come to you. And then you do it. Then you touch my feet, whatever you want to. It is that same turtle that became this kevat. And then see what happened. Kevat said, जब पत्थर की बन गई नारी, ये तो लकड़ी की नाव हमारी. This is the only source of my livelihood, but I want to wash your feet, and if nothing happens to me, you are on board. And he did it. He became so happy that finally, I don't know after how many years I've gotten this opportunity. And then what is Kivert doing? Then he said, okay, get on the board. And he started rowing. But he's not really taking them to the next shore. He would turn around, he would go here and there, here and there. धीरे धीरे से नाव चलाता है, बड़ा प्रेम मगन हुए जाता है. Slowly he is rowing the boat, becoming very happy. Maybe one more second, maybe couple of more minutes. My Lord should be with me. And then finally, they reached the shore. And when they reached the shore, then you have to give some money to the one who has provided you the service. But Ramji doesn't have any money. He left everything. The only thing that he brought with himself was his weapons, nothing else. But for one reason, when Kekai Mata asked everybody to change the clothes, he left the ring with Sita Mata, on which Ram was written. And Sita Mata understood what is going on in Bhagwan Ram's mind. She took out the ring and she quickly gave it to Bhagwan Ram. No words were said, everything was understood. If fewer words can make you understand, or if fewer words of yours can make the other person understand about you, especially your better half, consider that your life is sorted. Fewer words. And that does not mean that we have to keep a lot of expectations or we should not talk at all. No, we should. But fewer words will ensure that, yeah, I know what is there in your heart. Even if you want to say it, feel free, but I know. So Ramji gave the ring to Kevat. Kevat refused. Kevat said, I cannot take this. Ramji is saying, ले लो मल्ला उतराई, मेरे पल्ले ना एक वी पाई. I don't have any money. But you take this. He says, मैंने किया गंगा पार करना भवसागर से पार सुनो सुनो जी दाता बैठे आए हो मेरी नाव में I helped you cross the Ganga river. You helped me cross the celestial river. You helped me cross my karma. You helped me cross this constant cycle of birth. This is going to be our mutual exchange. Because when you are in the same profession, you don't transact on the basis of money. This has been a very old thing in our country. So if a barber is going to another barber, he will not be charged. If a tailor is going to another tailor, he will not be charged by that tailor. He says, I'm also Malla. You are also Malla. I'm doing, this thing that I'm making people cross from one shore to another. And you are ensuring that you make these people, us people, cross all these hurdles to reach the final shore, which is your lotus feet. And then Bhagwan Ram said, Tathast. You complete your time here, and then you will come to my abode, and you are liberated. That is what he wanted. He probably just wanted to touch the feet and see what he got. Devotion will take you places. And then they progressed, and then they first reached the Bhardwaj ashram, and then they reached the Valmiki ashram. And then they asked Valmiki ji, where should I stay? Where should we stay? We have 14 years in the forest. So you tell us a good place where we can stay, we can enjoy the company of all the saints there, and everything is good, etc. And Valmiki ji and even Bhardwaj ji, they said, first of all, you tell where you are not, and then I'll tell you where you should stay. And Bhagwan Ram is smiling and giving subtle hints that don't reveal, don't reveal. I'm here to do Manushya Leela. Don't reveal. Uh, And then they suggested that you stay in Chitrakoot. It's a great place, very pious. All the types of animals, birds are there. There's a river flowing. And Nishadraj is along right now. Nishadraj came along. They finally reached Chitrakoot. Nishadraj, the saints over there who were already existing, the people, the localites who were living in the jungle, all came and helped make the hut for Bhagwan Ram, Mata Sita, and Lakshmanji. Lakshmanji carried everything on his own. I'm going to place it this way, I'm going to place it that way. And on the other hand, in Ayodhya, when Sumantra reached, the moment Sumantra reached on his own, Dashrath knew that Ram has not returned. And suddenly, he once again fell on the floor and started narrating a part of his life. He said to Kaushalya, he said, you see, one time what happened, I had just learned how to use a sound arrow, an arrow that follows the sound and then would hit the target. Shabd Bedi Ban. And I was practicing it. So I once thought that maybe there is an elephant somewhere near that is drinking water from the Saryu River. So I was far off and I just aimed at that sound. And the arrow stuck in that so called elephant, which turned out to be a human being. It was not an elephant. There was a cry. Ah, there was a cry. I quickly reached there. I had killed a boy. The boy was about to leave his body and he said, "You have done a very bad thing. My name is Shravan Kumar. I'm taking my blind parents on an excursion to all the Tirth places in the country. They just wanted some water. And you killed me. How will they get water now? Before I die, don't tell them that you are not me, although they will understand, but at least give them the water first." And then Shravan Kumar passed away. Raja was very sad. Raja was distressed. Never ever in his clan an innocent had been hurt. And because of his practice, which was not even his fault exactly or entirely, but he still hurt somebody who was innocent. He took the pot to the parents of Shravan Kumar. Parents understood that the person we are touching, he has a lot of regalia, a lot of ensemble. He is not our person. He's not our son at all. And they asked him, "Who are you?" Raja Dashrath said, "First you drink water, sir." "No, no, who are you? Where is our kid?" And Raja Dashrath said the exact thing that has happened. And the parents of Shravan Kumar then cursed Raja Dashrath that the way we are currently suffering and we are going to die just now because you killed our son, you will also die in exactly the same agonizing manner without your son, just because your son will not be around. Dashrath said that I forgive Kekai. It's not her fault at all. It is that curse that is coming to me that was supposed to be filled. I had forgotten about that. But see, now it is happening. I'm about to die. I'm not able to hold myself anymore. And then Raja Dashrath said, "Ram, Ram, 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 Ram." And he is done. What a pity. Four kids, four children. Nobody is around to have gone to the forest to ensure that the legacy of the clan continues. Two have gone to their maternal grandfather. And Muni Vashisht is called. Muni Vashisht said, "Immerse the body of Raja in a box, fill that box with medicinal oil so that the body doesn't decay, and ordered his trusted aides to quickly run to the Kekai Desh. Do not tell Bharat what has happened here. Just tell that Gurudev has called." They reached there. Meanwhile, Bharatji is getting all the bad dreams that his father is no more, his brother has gone to the forest, He's feeling feverish. He's shivering. He doesn't want to stay there anymore. He's doing a lot of yagyas now. He's doing a lot of donation now. Every day he's doing the Rudra Abhishek. But his fears are not assuaging. The fears are not going away. And suddenly, someone from Ayodhya arrived. They just gave a letterhead to Bharat that Gurudev Vashisht wants to see you immediately. You should start right away. Bharat is thinking, why the letterhead does not have the signature of my father? Why it bears the signature of my Guru? What has happened to my father? What has happened there in the kingdom? This has never happened. Even though Gurudev has all the right to summon us, but if it comes on an official letter, it must be cross-referenced by king. Guru will act in the absence of king. So where is the king? Nobody is telling Bharat anything. Bharat and Shatrughan quickly took the leave of their Nanaji and they started marching towards Ayodhya. And they reached there. The entire Ayodhya is absolutely silent. Nobody is looking at Bharat. And Bharatji is thinking, what has happened? When he reached the gate, Kekai came. She was dressed very well. She brought an Aarti Thali and she started welcoming her son. No one else is around. There is no cause of celebration, but she is still welcoming her son with an Aarti. Bharatji became more tensed. What has happened? What is mother doing? And Kekai said, everything good has happened now. Everything is set. Your father has given you the throne. And Bharatji was taken aback. What? By means of the age and by means of the abilities, only Ramji should have gotten the throne. Why father has given me the throne? I don't want any throne. And then Kekai said, so this good was happening, but your father passed away. And then Bharatji became even more distressed. What has just happened? And if father passed away, why is she giving me the throne news as good news? That could have waited. They went inside, got to know about what all has transpired. Bharatji became so furious at Kekai that he said so many bad things that I was born in such a great clan. But why did God have to give me the birth from your womb? You could not even hold the clan together. You sent my brother, my younger brother, and my motherly sister in law to the forest. You didn't even give it a single thought. What had gone into you? Suddenly, Bharatji ran towards Kaushalya Mata. And Kaushalya Mata said, don't worry, there is no difference between Ram and you for me. And don't you dare talk to your mother like that. And Muni Vashisht said that I think you should do all the things related to the final rituals of your father and then we'll talk. Final rituals happened, everything was concluded, and then finally they all assembled there in the court. And Muni Vashisht said, I think you should now take the throne. You are very well to take care of the kingdom, you are educated, you are a noble soul. He said, I can't do it. Everybody tried to make him understand that this is the wish of your father. The kingdom cannot just be left like that. There will be anarchy if there is no king. But he said, no, take me to my brother wherever he is tomorrow, and I will bring him back, and only he will be the king. Everybody started showering all the blessings to Bharat. That what a great brother Bharat is. And what is it that he was not getting with that throne? The king of the entire world was Dashrath. You talk about any particular asset, and it was there. Swarg is bowing down to Dashrath and his clan, and you are inheriting that throne. But he did not. He did not want that. For him, throne was not even on his list. He just wanted to be with his brother. He did not even want to go to his Nana's place because that would mean separation from his brother for a couple of days and he could not bear that. But he still went ahead. And next day, they all went towards the forest. KK also understood that something had come over her. And when they reached the Nishad kingdom, Nishad thought that Bharat is so evil that he despises his brother so much that he wants to kill him now. Why is he coming with this entire army? But then some elder from Nishad's kingdom said, Nishad, don't take the decision of going on war with the approaching army. Send a couple of people and see what their actual intention is. Maybe their intention is peaceful. Nishad said, you're right. We should listen to our elders. Sometimes we act very rashly. Nishad got there. He got to know that Bharat is coming to take Ram back. And Nishad started crying. Nishad and Bharat hugged each other. Bharatji said, I got to know that Bhagwan Ram hugged you. So when I'm hugging you, I'm having that feeling that I'm hugging my brother. You take me to my brother. They crossed the river, all of them, on so many boats. And then they started approaching the place where Bhagwan Ram was staying. The same thing was happening there also. Lakshmanji saw that some army is coming. A couple of people informed them that an army is coming and Bharat is there. Lakshman said, even if he is my brother, but if he comes to kill you or if he comes to ensure that you do not return to Ayodhya ever, I'm going to kill him. Bhagwan Ram said, Bharat can never do that. Bharat is just me. And finally, Bharat arrived and he saw his brother. For a moment, Bhagwan Ram and brother forgot that there was anybody around. They were just looking at each other. They were both crying. Bharat fell in the feet of Bhagwan Ram, and Bhagwan Ram could not even touch him to give him the blessing because he was so much into Bharat that my brother has arrived, that I have to bless him also. Seeing that, knowing the intentions of Bharat, Lakshmanji felt very guilty and he apologized to Bharat. And Bharatji said, it's okay. I am the offender. I am the criminal. It is because of me all these things have happened, but not anymore. Many, many days went. Suddenly, when so many people are there, how will you ensure that everybody is fed, everybody is taken care of? Mata Sita is the owner of all the riddhis, all the siddhis. She said to all her powers that ensure that nobody is sleeping just like anything. They should have places to sleep, they should have places to sit, they should have places to bathe, they should have places to sit and eat. But everybody decided that we are not going to eat the grains and everything because Bhagwan Ram is also eating fruits, roots, and all. So, all the good fruits, roots, and everything was made available to everybody. In fact, the very first day went without them even taking a sip of water. Muni Vashisht is looking at both Ram and Bharat what to do. And suddenly Devtas are becoming once again tensed. Oh my God, what if Bharatji convinces Bhagwan Ram to return? Everything will go for a toss. And they again went to Saraswati Mata. You do something. But Saraswati Mata this time outrightly refused. She said that if I have to turn somebody's mind around, I can do it of a kutil buddhi only. But Bharat is divine incarnated. I cannot even go near him. Brahmaji said, don't worry. Bharatji will not do anything that Bhagwan Ram doesn't want. So all you can do is to just pray to them that your job is still continued. Bharatji tried to make Bhagwan Ram understand. Meanwhile, Janakji also got to know about this thing and they also reached there. So Janakji became the mediator. Earlier, Vashisht Muni was also a mediator. But nobody is able to come to a conclusion what to do because on one hand, Bharat is absolutely right. On the other hand, Bhagwan Ram is also right. Bhagwan Ram said that our father is no more. If I return now, then he died for nothing. I can't even fulfill his wish. So Bharatji said, you do one thing. You go back and in place of you, I am going to be in the exile. For the, not even for 14 years, for the entire life, I'm okay with that. And finally, Bhagwan Ram said that I really cannot fight you, Bharat. You have won over me. So I give the responsibility and onus to you. Whatever you will say, I will do it. Just ensure that everything is according to dharma and righteousness. And then Bharatji thought that I cannot go beyond the agya of my Swami. I was becoming selfish. But if I do this thing, he will receive a lot of frowns. That he could not even follow his father's footsteps of not going back on a promise. So Bharatji said, all right, here is my solution. You go, you do your exile of 14 years, but I am not the king. You give me your slippers. You give me your Charan Paduka. Those Charan Paduka will be installed on the throne. And Gurudev Vashisht is going to take care of the day-to-day activities with me. I'm going to ask him everything. And your Charan Paduka will guide me. I'll be your sevak. I will not take that throne. And I am going to be the custodian of your throne for 14 years. But if you delay even one more day than 14 years, if you don't return, you will not find me alive. Bhagwan Ram said, all right. Our good friends, our siblings, they are very precious. And having precious siblings who can do anything for each other is a blessing. It is also a matter of upbringing. Parents really have to make a lot of effort to ensure that the siblings stay together for a long, long time. And after that, it becomes an autopilot mode thing. It's very important that parents teach their kids that this is your elder sister, this is your elder brother, so you have to be this respectful to them. And this is your younger sister, your younger brother, so you have to assume the mantle of a mother or a father. But you also should be friends. If you look for friends outside instead of your own brother or sister, then you will create a great divide. You can have friends outside, you should have. But your true confidant can be your sibling. What a wonderful values these four kids were raised by. One is ready to give up the throne, the other one is ready to give up the throne. The third one is also ready to give up the throne. I don't want to stay here. I will come along. And Shatrugna, the fourth one, he just does what Bharatji would do. He says that I have no specific identity of my own. I am your shadow. My grandmother used to say, Ram ke naam se kaam siddh bhaye. All the good things happen when you take the name of Lord Ram. Lakshman ke naam se laksh paye. You reach your destination. You reach your aim when you invoke Lakshman. Bharat ke naam se bhare bhandar. If you invoke Bharat, then prosperity will abound. Shatrugn ke naam se Shatru dhaye. Your enemies will go away, will lose to you if you invoke Shatrugn. And Vishnu ke naam se Vishram paye. And when you invoke Narayan, the very Vishnu power, then you get that calmness. Then you are beyond. Then you get what you actually had been aspiring for. She would sing that every day. And Bharatji returned. He did not go back to the kingdom. He left all his ensemble. He also wore the ascetic clothes, went to the nearby village called Nandigram, made his hut, and dug a bit of a hole in it. 3-4 inches deep hole in it. And he would sleep there. Vasishtha Muni asked, why are you doing this? He says, my Swami is sleeping on floor. I cannot sleep at the same pedestal as my Swami, so I'll sleep below the floor. And he spent his entire time in Nandigram. And he requested his wife. Wife also complied that I have to do a lot of things over here. There are so many bad things that have happened here because of me. Can you help me be my wife? You take care of every mother there. in the kingdom, in the palace. You take care that nobody has any issues. And she said, of course, I will do it. I'm your wife. This is something that we both have to do together. Mandavi said, don't worry. You do your vrat, you do your palan, and I will do my side of the things. And meanwhile, Ramji is moving forward in the jungle and is meeting so many wonderful rishis. Rishi Atri, Agastya Muni, the disciple of Agastya Muni, Rishi Sutikshna. And finally, they met Shabari. Shabari had been waiting for 10,000 years. 10,000 years. But before they could meet Shabari, many other things have to go on. There will be an abduction of Mata Sita. What all went into that abduction? It is said that Bhagwan Ram finally left Chitrakoot because they decided that now a lot of people know about this place. So if everybody will keep on coming frequently, then it will not be an exile for me. So they asked another rishi where we should go, and then they reached Panchvati and they made their kutia there, Panchvati. And this is where the whole unfolding of Mata Sita's abduction, followed by Bhagwan Hanuman's journey to Lanka, and the death of Ravan will follow. For 10, 11, 12 years, they stayed at one place. And then finally, when they changed, it was time to do their final Leela. Just 2 years or so are left now. 1 year, probably. 13 years have passed. And finally, the time came when there was a lady called Shurpanakha who became so enchanted by the beauty of Bhagwan Ram, came there. Lust has no bounds. It will make you do anything and everything in the world. And when we don't control our senses, when we don't have control over our senses, it will transpire into lust. It will transpire into lust being the driver of your decisions. And when that happens, things turn out to be bad. Shurpanakha was a very hideous lady, very old also, had been there for a long time. She's a Rakshas. It's not like she's just going to live for a couple of years and die. She immediately took a form of a very beautiful lady and approached Bhagwan Ram and said, I want to marry you. I want to marry you just like that. You don't want to know the person, you just want to marry the person to fulfill your carnal needs. Bhagwan Ram said, sorry, but I'm married. Why don't you go check with my brother if he is available? She immediately went away. Think about how much the lust has overpowered her. If she really loved Bhagwan Ram, she would have said that no. How can I think about any other man in that case? But she immediately moved and saw, oh, this guy is also beautiful, very pretty. Yeah, I want to marry you. He said that if you marry me, then you basically will be marrying a slave because I am the slave, I am the das of my brother. So you will also have to live like a dasi. And I don't think that you look like a dasi. You probably have come from a kingdom. So when Swami is available, why do you want to go to a sevak? You go back to Bhagwan Ram. She went back. Bhagwan Ram said that I'm already married. She's my wife. Bhagwan Ram pointed to Mata Sita, and she became so furious that I'm going to kill her. She pounded on Mata Sita, and Bhagwan Ram just gave a flick of an eye to Lakshman. Lakshman, do this. And Lakshman immediately threw a knife and cut his nose. The significance of nose cutting is that if you follow your lustful desires, you will become embarrassed in front of everybody. And then she ran towards her brothers, Khar, Dushan, and Trishira, and ordered them that this is what has happened to me. You go and kill these two gentlemen. Khar Dushan immediately got to know that if somebody has the ability or a metal to hit you, then they might not be just petite little kids. They would be really something. And when Khardushan reached with their entire sena of 12,000, Bhagwan Ram said, Lakshman, you take care of Sita, go inside the kutia. And Bhagwan Ram took out an arrow and started liberating them. So many and just one person. And Bhagwan Ram did a Maya. Suddenly, everybody in the Khardushan army was looking like Ram to each other, and they started killing each other. And finally, Bhagwan Ram ended the lives of Khar and Dushan both, without any effort. And then Shurpanakha took this news to Ravan, and Ravan became alert that Khar and Dushan are just like me in power. No, nobody could kill them. How were they killed? He became slightly threatened. But then Shurpanakha thought, if he becomes threatened, then who will avenge me? And then she also used the power of lust. Then she said to his brother, do you know that they have a lady who is so pretty that all your wives combined together cannot even be worth of a grain of the kind of beauty that she has? And she doesn't deserve to live with such a Vanvasi. She should be in your kingdom. Ravan became enchanted. And he decided that I am going to abduct Sita. What will happen after abduction and what goes into it? We'll talk about that in our next lecture.